We're live. We are live. Yes.
All right. Well, morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Hold on. Let me pull down the music a little bit here. Put it in the background. Give me just a second. Okay. Good morning. All right.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tech Solutions Revolutions Daily Sales Training and Kickoff Meeting. I am Mariela, and I am delighted to be here with you today, alongside Jason, the visionary owner of TSR, and Isaiah, a dynamic entrepreneur in the window washing industry. Together, we are here to transform your morning routine with energizing content and valuable insights into the world of sales. Let's dive in. So, to kick things off, let's start with a quick warm-up. How about 10 push-ups, team?
10 push-ups.
Yes,
That's
get our
all.
energy levels up.
Right.
Remember, in sales, consistency is key, just like your daily exercise routine.
All right. Well, I'm going to do 50, but do 10. Like we said yesterday, if you got to do 10, and that's what you can get done, get done. If you can get 5, get 5. If you didn't do any yesterday, 5 is more than that. So get it done. And listen, we'll keep this really cool Latin jazz cafe music on. And here we go. 50 push-ups. I'll be back. Uh, 25. So listen, if you got to go down on your knees and do the little half ones, that's fine. Get 10 done. Do a little bit every single day. Work yourself up to 10 regular push-ups. You got to start somewhere, right? That's all I got to say. I'm going to go do those other 25. Yeah. Oh, 15. Whew. 15. I can't even think.
That's 50.
You did 50?
Yeah, do another 10 just because it's a little stormy out.
You did 50 in a row?
No, I did the 40 in a row. Last 10 because it's a stormy day. Did you have a congested nose? Maybe some allergies going? I got something that can help. 60 push-ups. Clear your system right out.
Yeah, you've really been stuffed up lately. The last 2 days, especially.
Like this. I'm fully wide awake. I was stuffed up.
This weather's crazy. Did you see that it's 62 degrees, and over the next 12 hours, it's going to get down to 25?
What?
It's going to go from 60 to 25. All right. We are finished.
Finished.
Well,
That was 25 for me.
I guess I'll be making some sales in 25-degree weather.
There you go.
So it was 61 this morning, but throughout the day it's going to go 20.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Nice.
Very crazy. All right. As I catch up my breath here. Whew. Before we dive into our analysis, we have an exciting segment lined up for you. We will be watching a clip from one of the masters of sales training, Andy Elliott. After the video, we will take a deep dive into the key takeaways and strategies that you can apply to your own sales approach. Let's roll the tape and learn from the best.
All right, let's see what he has to say today. Should be interesting. Hold on one second here. I'm working on getting better with my production skills. Okay. All right, hold on here. We'll get this commercial go by here. Pause. Boom. Share.
Money's a big concern. Would you agree?
What I hear is money is a big concern. Do you agree?
Would you agree? Do this with your head. Well, if money's a big concern to you, wouldn't we want to do it right the first time with the pro and spend the money it's worth to get it job done right the first time? Or do you think that we should have to do it twice, use an amateur who's going to do it wrong, and then you end up calling me back out later? See, what we've learned and research shows, everybody, research shows is a great thing. What we've learned and research shows that 99% of the tree trimming companies in this area, they're amateurs and they run fly-by-night companies. How long has y'all's business been in business for?
6 years.
Our business has been in business for 6 years servicing this area. You know how we've been in business for 6 years? The very first client that we had, we decided that our goal wasn't only to do one job for them, but it was to do every job that we do with them for the rest of their life. You know our number one source of business? Referral. And we wouldn't get referrals if we weren't the best. The reason why I'm out here today is so that I can reach my hand out and with an ironclad handshake tell you that the price that you're going to pay today, okay, and the efforts and the service that we're going to take care of your backyard and to ensure that these trees that you have, which you may think that they're important to you or they're not, you may want it to look nice, but I want you to understand this. If somebody comes out here and they cut on these trees and they cut them wrong, they'll be pulling all these trees out. I see it happen every single day. I'm looking out in your backyard, and as we got a $2,500 bill sitting in front of you, I'm looking at $30,000 in vegetation in your backyard. If somebody does this wrong, how would it feel? Say that.
How would it feel?
How would it feel if you got a better bid, but then somebody came in, actually ended up killing the rest of the trees in your backyard, and you had to write a check for $30,000 to replace the trees?
So what's that tactic he's using there? What is that called? Does anybody know the old school sales tactic he's using there?
Emotional intelligence.
No? Well, I mean, I don't know exactly what emotional intelligence means, but there's an old acronym FUD, F-U-D. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. He's trying to add fear, uncertainty, and doubt into the sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
If money is your biggest concern, signing on the dotted line saying yes right now to a professional that'll take care of your trees and make sure all this is perfect is going to save you not only the most money now and in the future. Let's do business. You have to believe. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. Is money their biggest concern?
No.
No, because they're saying the price is too high. Right?
Yes.
I want you to ask them, if money, say, is money your biggest concern?
Is money your biggest concern?
Then doing it right once is going to save you more money than doing it wrong twice.
Then doing it right once to save you
I
more
would like
money
to
than doing
actually
it.
write that down. So is money your biggest concern? He asks again. This is a question that was done yesterday by him, and he answered it differently. If we go back to our notes, he said, when I hear the price is too high, what I hear, money is a big concern. Do you agree? And the customer did. He said, well, if money is a big concern for you, wouldn't we want to do it right the first time? With a pro and spend the money it's worth to get the job done right the first time. So this time he's answering differently. So he says, is money your biggest concern? And then can you
Yeah, so I
expand a
think
little bit?
he's repeating that to the customer after he's kind of done what you just said. He's going to go back.
Twice. Is money your biggest concern?
Then doing it right once is going to save you more money than doing it wrong twice.
Sir.
Then doing it right once is going to save you more.
It's going to save you money. It's going
Yeah.
to save you money. Okay, and then
Okay.
More money than doing it wrong twice.
And doing it right once will save you more money than doing it twice.
Do you believe that?
Yes.
okay,
Okay.
could you repeat again?
Yeah. So I'm going to just add, years ago, we had somebody come through here and cut down some trees, right? And they did an okay job. I mean, they took the trees down. I think I had told them to leave some of the logs, and that ended up being a problem because there was way more than I could handle cleaning up. However, I ran into an old friend who has a tree cutting business and tree trimming business. Coincidentally, like a year, maybe it was even that year or a couple of years later, and this guy has a legitimate business. He works for a couple of the cities. And I remember talking to him about it, and it's kind of neat hearing Andy do this. And I'm just going to reinforce what he's doing right now. I think is real. It's legitimate what he's using, because when I talked to the guy that I knew from high school who had been cutting trees for 25 years, he basically said to me, "Don't ever hire somebody like that again." He said, "I'm just telling you," he's like, "you got lucky. Those guys are all around. They run around cutting trees. They work neighborhoods." And he goes, "They're not licensed. They're not insured. Um, and, yeah, maybe they know what they know what they're doing." But he goes, "One mistake from those guys and you're in big, big trouble." So just to kind of reinforce in this situation, I don't know if in this kind of negotiation works a lot, because again, doing it, if you really believe in your product and you know that the competition out there is not as good as you, well, then you need to get your product in there, because it is going to be less expensive in the long run for that customer. Now, luckily, when we had our trees trimmed, nothing happened. But this guy was deadpan serious to me. He just said, don't ever do that again. He goes, that's like, he was just like, he told me these horror stories of what happened with using kind of fly by night, or dudes who've been cutting down trees for 20, 30 years, that are just not really operating within the right, bounds of running a business. So you want me to rewind this now?
Just to finish
No,
up
no.
my sentence here.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. Is money their biggest concern?
No.
No. Because they're saying the price is too high. Right?
Yes.
I want you to ask them, is money your biggest concern?
Is money your biggest concern?
Then doing it right once is going to save you more money than doing it wrong twice.
Then doing it right once will save you more money than doing it twice. Well,
Do you believe that?
yes.
Okay. That's your close. Okay. Screw the words. Screw the words. If somebody does it wrong, is someone else going to have to do it twice?
Yes.
If somebody kills a tree, is that tree going to cost a lot of money to replace?
Yes.
Okay. Energy. How much energy does it drain for an amateur to come out and do a bad job on the property and then have to call a pro? Do you want to waste energy on somebody doing a bad job?
No.
Do you want to waste money on somebody doing a bad job?
No.
Waste time on somebody doing a bad job?
No.
Then going with our company is going to save you the most money, save you the most time, and not drain any of your energy and make you a happy client. Sir, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I can reach my hand out right now and I can tell you with an ironclad handshake that when you shake my hand right now, I'm going to do a job that you've never seen done before in your life in any area. I'm very passionate about trees. Our company is the best. And once we're finished and done, you're going to want to pay me twice as much as this check for. Take your eyes, look right into theirs, take your hand and stick it in their chest. Okay? Stick your hand out. Yeah. Don't smile though. I got you. Yeah, but you got to be serious. You say, guys, I got you. I won't let you down. Tell them that.
I got you. I won't let you down.
Yeah, say once you.
Okay, so big takeaway for me too. When you say that, guys, you have to have a strong voice. You can't be like this, like the voice disappears. It has to be very affirmative, assertive.
Well, I think I'm kind of thinking of a few different things here, but there's something that a guy like Andy and other sales trainers do that I don't know if it's the thing that they focus on necessarily, but it is, I think, something that's common in the way that they do things. Confidence. Again, that competence grows confidence. And I think a lot of salespeople suffer from a lack of confidence, the lack of being self-assured, right? And the really good salespeople out there have a ton of confidence. They've had success. They have that confidence. So when they are talking with a client, they can reassure that client that, hey, this is going to be a one-time thing. We're going to come in here. We're going to do it right. You're not going to have to worry about X, Y, or Z going wrong. This is the right thing. So it's almost more teaching people to be confident, but you have to also do the practice to build that confidence, to be competent, to get the confidence. And that's where sales is a tough business, and it can beat you up, and it can really, really lower your own self-confidence. And I think a lot of times salespeople don't necessarily go through the same channels. They don't go through the same education as the people that they're dealing with. And a lot of times then salespeople can feel like, well, maybe that person, because they have this degree or they have this job or the specific field that they're in, is more qualified than I am. And I think a lot of these, from what I'm seeing now, and I'm realizing a lot of these sales trainers, that's really what they're teaching, is to be confident in the fact that you are in a great profession, and then know what you're doing, know your product, know what you're selling, and be confident in it. And the more you're confident in it, and the more confidence you have yourself, the more successful you're going to be.
And I will add to that is, so Jason just said, and Andy Elliott says, competence creates confidence. So, and then Jason just rephrased that competence grows confidence. Well, before competence comes preparation, studying, learning every day, grows your competence, which in turn grows your confidence. So, with that said, we can wrap up this session and go into the next one. All right, so let's now sharpen our sales skills with some role playing. Picture yourself approaching a potential client for window washing services. Begin with a warm greeting and smoothly introduce your services, highlighting the benefits and addressing any concerns they may have. So here I am going to pass it on to Isaiah and Jason.
All right. Well, we're going to do our fancy camera angle change. So hang tight.
All right. We should have an intermission song.
I know we should. I don't think there's a way to like pause it. It'd be nice if you could pause it for just a second, or like you say, just kind of pause the screen, kind of make a few changes. But and we'll figure out getting a second camera in here pretty soon. But
for sure,
it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So real quick on the on that whole thing. So I've noticed what I've actually started to say to some people is, so I work in technology. I'm an independent advisor, technology advisor with businesses. I don't always, I know some things. I know enough to be dangerous, but I'm not the IT guy, those really, really smart IT guys who know everything about all the networks and programming and write code and all that kind of stuff. But I know all those people. I know who to bring into the conversation. And I've been joking lately with a lot of the IT folks, because IT folks are typically a different type of person than salespeople, right? Everybody knows salespeople live a little different breed. It's funny how those two are trying to, commingle and live in the same world. So I don't know where I was going with that. I think I was filling space. Here we go. I'm back. We are going to start off with a little wash them up conversation, and let's see where it goes. See if we can use a little less of the papers today.
We got something a little different from what I've typically been doing.
All right.
Dad also knows about the program that I bought. but I'll give you the. I'll just read it first, and then we can go through it just so that you know what to expect. So I'm going up to the door now. For the most part, it's the same. It's, hey, how's it going? Doing good. Awesome. Name's Isaiah. The reason I'm popping by is just because we're helping a few of the neighbors to scrub down all the windows and all the frames. The reason everyone's getting it done right now is because we're giving a bit of a discount. So what I'll do is go around, count up the glass, give you a quick price just so that you know what it would run you. Typically, they say yes, or there's not an answer at the door. If they say no, this is where the looping comes in that we were talking about yesterday, where they say, no, I've got someone or I'm not really interested. Again, you kind of break right through that. Then you go, yeah, that's really cool, but we're doing all the windows, even the ones up top. What I'll do is go around, count up the windows, give you a quick price, just so that you know. If they give you a second objection and they're like, no, it's all good, don't worry about it, blow past that. You say, sir, just take 2 steps with me real quick. I'll show you. We're using deionized water to take all the minerals out, and honestly, we're just giving a bit of a discount. So what I'll do is give you a quick price just so that you know what it would run you. Again, it's a little bit of a different script. I don't know how we would role play that one because I know we were going through objections, but.
Well, no, I think this is like then hit me with that tip. Let's go. That's what we'll practice.
Sweet.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty well. Name's Isaiah. The reason I'm popping by is because we're helping a few of the neighbors. Let me restart. Hold on. All right.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty well. Name's Isaiah. Have you seen me working at all on the street today?
No, I have not.
Okay, totally understand you. Reason I'm popping by, sir, is because we're actually helping out a few of the neighbors. We're scrubbing down all the windows and all the frames. What I'll do is go around, count up the glass, and give you a quick price just so that you know what it would run you.
No, don't worry about it.
No, I totally get that. That's super cool. But listen, we're doing all the windows, even the ones up top. What I'll do, just so that you know, is go around, count up all the glass, and give you a quick price.
I guess if you insist.
All right, sweet. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
I'm back. What's up?
So, sir, I took a look at the whole house, counted up all the glass. Typically, if you were to call us out, it would be $349.
How many windows do I have, by the way?
You got 32. So
32?
Yep. Typically, if you were to call us out, it would be $349. But I'm here, done 4 other homes. We take off the transportation fee, which is $100, and call it $249 and get the whole house done, get the whole house shining.
$249.
Yep.
It's really not in the budget right now. I appreciate your time, though.
I totally get you, sir. As I was walking around the house, I noticed that the gutters had a little bit of grime and dirt on them. So why don't we do this? Why don't we call it $249 for the whole house, all the windows, and as a courtesy, I'll throw in the gutters as well. Scrub the outsides of those.
So you'll do the gutters and the windows for $249.
Gutters and the windows for $249. Get the whole house shining and leave you happy.
Listen, appreciate it. I'll think about it, but I don't really think they need to be washed right now.
Listen, I totally get that. It's definitely easy to overlook those windows until you see the difference a good cleaning can make. And that's where I'm trying to get through right now. Because again, I am not using these objections. I'll be honest when I go to the door. So that is something that I am working through. But if you're going to say, I don't think they need to be done, I'd probably say something like, you know what, I totally understand you, sir. I don't think anybody woke up today and was like, let's get my windows cleaned. So why don't I do this instead of, and I don't know, I'm getting stuck there. So I'm trying to, because that's like 4 objections in a row. Like you saw, you said no 4 times in a row. So it's like at that point, maybe try to push past one more time. And then if there's no budge on that, just kind of keep it moving.
Yeah, I would assume you probably need one too. The one you should prepare for, I would think, is I need to talk to my husband about that, or I need to talk to my wife about that. We never do that one. Do you ever come across that?
So yeah, maybe. I typically find though that I talk to a lot of women throughout the day, and they're the ones who make most of the decisions, to be honest, when it comes to anything related to the house. But if I get that objection, I'll usually say, sir, I've never heard of a wife who's upset coming home to some clean windows. So, like I said, why don't we do 249 for the whole house, scrub down all the frames, all the sills, get all the glass cleaned, and then as courtesy through all the gutters as well.
Sounds good. Well, then I think you should work on some more objection handling for tomorrow, and we can move on to the next one here, babe.
Introduction. Yes, let's go.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yes, it's there. I made sure. Okay, everyone. I am Mariela from Tech Solutions Revolution, where we are revolutionizing business communications and security. Imagine a world where all your tech needs are met seamlessly under one roof, from data and voice to cybersecurity. We are your partners in innovation. Our approach: think of us as your tech concierge, simplifying the process with clarity and no upfront costs. So whether you're a startup or a seasoned enterprise, TSR has got you covered. Let's make technology work for you. Join us on this exciting journey. Thank you.
All right. So let's roll into the next one.
All right.
And
You
yeah, I guess we'll have Mariela here. So I'm in the same boat as you, Isaiah, and I'm not really, although I'm using some of the things that are on here. My pitch is not what's on here, and my objection handling, I do need to work on that. So I think these are good. I will still like to run through them, but I'll do a little bit more of a freestyle. The reason why my pitch is not what this was, hey, how you doing? I'm JT calling from Utel USA in Auburn Hills, is because what I'm finding through having conversations with people is that the people that I call are mostly, I go right for decision makers at businesses. And I'm talking to business owners, I'm talking to VPs, CFOs, and a lot of times I'm talking to people in the IT department, whether that's an IT manager, IT director, and they are routinely telling me how often people are calling them and emailing them. And they are flat out, now, maybe they're exaggerating. They're probably exaggerating, right? But they're already under a lot of stress. They're already busy. They already have a ton of other communications. And the last thing they want is some dude, some sales guy calling them and giving them some corny pitch that it's amazing. Like I even had a guy yesterday tell me, he's like, I get so many crappy emails every single day. He's like, I cannot believe these companies allow their salespeople to send this crap out. Like it's hurting their own name.
So if the bar is so low, then it shouldn't be that hard to make that, set that standard for yourself.
Well, but that's the thing, right? Is they're already so, like, the moment they sense that it's a sales call, they are shutting off. Like, I don't want anything to do with this. What were you going to say now? And then I'll go on.
No, I was going to agree with you that, it's also tax season, so people are under a lot of pressure and stress.
Yeah, that's yes. Another thing, right? And
yes,
and yeah, they're having to do those numbers, and
they might be overworked.
Well, definitely they're overworked. Yeah. But what I'm finding is, the more I can have kind of a natural conversation with somebody, I use some version of, hey, this is a sales call. Did I catch you at a bad time? I try to, and the other thing is people don't like is, hey, how are you? How are you doing today? They know you don't care. I mean, I had a guy yesterday, he goes, I am so sick and tired of people asking me how I'm doing. He goes, you don't care how I'm doing. You're making a sales call. I know that. So it's like, you want to be courteous, right? You want to introduce yourself. And I'm finding that, and I found actually over the last year, since I've used that intro of, hey, this is a sales call. I used to use the old Benjamin Dennehy, this is a sales call. You want to hang up now, or can I get 30 seconds of your time? It works. You have to learn how to use it. You have to get good at it. But we'll just go into this.
Yeah, and I was just going to add a little quick notation there. So thank you for sharing all that, because to all of you cold callers, this is what a cold calling looks like every day, and he's giving you that input, that insight, value. So I hope you take it and, do something with it, and hopefully it will help you out.
Like I said, like we all of us salesmen go through the same thing. So I guess, like I said, the bar is set so low that it should be easier to be better than 99% of salesmen. Because I saw some door knockers when I was out, and a lot of them, that first no that they get, they walk away from the door. So for me, it should be easy to be better than them, because I'm looking to get at least 4 no's before I get my yes.
Yeah.
So
Well, what I'm finding is that the more I can kind of more upfront I am. Hey, this is a sales call. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Yep.
Almost every time the person will say no, or they'll say yeah, it's 50-50, no or yes. But that kind of breaks the ice enough to get them to talk. Now, hey, are you the right person to talk to for this? They like that, especially if they are, because now you're asking them permission to talk to them. Yeah, I am the right guy. What do you got? Tell me what you're selling. Okay. Boom. And then I can go into it. Listen, I know you're not looking to make any changes today. You probably love what you have. You're not, and you're busy doing other things. However, change is inevitable. And at some point in time down the road, you are going to need to make some changes, right? Mm-hmm. I want to be on the list of people you call or you look to when you need to make those changes. In fact, I want to be at the top of that list. So that's why I'm making the call today. Do you have anything going on currently, any projects that might make sense to have a conversation about, or anything on the horizon later this year where it would make more sense for me to call back than to have that conversation? I'm finding that if I have that, it's low pressure. I'm not trying to pitch them a product. I'm simply trying to say, hey, I want to be the guy you talk to. Then I just shut up. And it's amazing. People will start to ramble and they will tell you everything. And they will tell you whether or not they just literally did some stuff, that they're putting some stuff in. They have absolutely nothing going on. And for the next year, they have 10 projects that you can't help with, or if they do need your help. So I guess instead of going through the role playing today, I kind of felt like I wanted to get that out today.
No, that was good.
Oh,
that was like a whole little freestyle right there.
Yes.
And honestly,
that
came
awesome.
out
I
better
was
than
gonna
when
say
you read the paper.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the same thing, but also I wanted to add a couple of things to their comments. So first, with Isaiah's comment here, he said you have to get through those no's to get a yes. That is so true in sales. So treat it as a game, guys. Don't treat it as like, something boring, or that, oh my gosh, it's so scary. Treat it as a game. So think about jumping that, board game that you have at home and saying, okay, I have to move 3 spaces to get to this level. So if you treat it as a game, it's going to be much more fun.
Think about it like this as well. The close is like the hammer slowly breaking the wall of no's. And then also in sales, there's 2 people getting closed. There's always one person getting closed. You're either the one getting closed on why they shouldn't go with you, or why they shouldn't get their windows washed, or why they shouldn't go with your services, or you're the one closing them on why they need your services, on why they should go with you, on why they should get their windows washed. So don't be the person that gets sold. Be the person that's closing the person you're talking to.
So, and the last thing here, we are going to actually do our sales practice, after the video streaming. We are not gonna make it, in front of you guys to give you some, different taste of what this training is going to look like. So with that said, let's jump into the word of the day. And Jason is going to
switch up the camera here, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so
hold on, we're not there yet. Almost.
Gotcha.
Gotta get that multi-camera set up.
There you go.
All right.
So word of the day.
Word of the day. Easy one. Everybody knows it.
Let's see if I know it. How do you know I know it? Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Yes. Who knows that game, right?
Well, not talking about the game, but Jeopardy, defined as exposure to or imminence of death, loss, or injury. It is synonymous
Synonymous.
Synonymous.
with danger.
Synonymous with danger. Okay.
Danger.
Well, I like that they gave us synonymous
A
word,
synonym.
a synonym word, because in sales you have to use your arsenal of words, guys, to be able to talk to people. People like that. So define as exposure. And I'm going to move your booklet here, Isaiah, so I can finish. To an imminent. Is that what it is, Isaiah? Imminent or imminence?
Imminence.
To imminence.
Imminent. Isn't it imminent?
No, imminence.
Imminence
All right.
of death. Loss or injury. Loss or injury. Loss or injury. Okay. And then it says it's synonym. Now I can say it. It's synonymous with danger. All right. So do you want to read your sentence, Isaiah, or do you want me to read it? You read it? Okay.
Right. The example is rather than risk placing passengers in jeopardy, the pilot waited for the storm to pass before taking off.
All right. I like that. Okay. So let's see here. We are at the end of this session or video. So as we conclude today's session, let's reflect on how we can establish TSR as a premier name in business communications and security, and Wash 'em Up as a friendly window washing business in our neighborhood. Share your ideas in the comments below and stay tuned for more exciting updates. Thank you for joining us today at Tech Solutions Revolutions. Until next time, TSR and Wash 'em Up signing off. Bye.
Have a good one.